What is going on, guys? I hope you're having a great day and welcome back to another blast from the past episode. And in this video, we are going to talk about one of the greatest card games that you have probably never even heard of. And if you saw by the title of this video, we are talking about Duel Masters. But remember, guys, to like, subscribe, and grab your Duel Master cards because we are about to talk about everything that is Duel Masters. But that all out of the way, let's get into it. Now, Duel Masters is a multimedia franchise that began in Japan primarily as a trading card game and expanded into a manga, anime, video games, and various spin-offs. It became very popular in the early 2000s, with its anime adaptation reaching a global audience. The show features action-packed card battles, comedy, and an evolving storyline surrounding the magical world of the Kajudo creatures. Although it did not receive the same massive success as Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon globally, it had a strong following, especially in Japan, and it still does to this day. Now, it was originally created by Shingenobu Matsumoto as a manga series in 1999. Duel Masters focuses on the battle card game where players summon creatures and cast spells to defeat their opponents. Now, unlike Yu-Gi-Oh!, which had a very serious and dramatic tone, Duel Masters distinguished itself with a lighter and more comedic approach. Now, the manga was first introduced in Shogakukan's Korokoro comic, and its popularity helped launch a successful trading card game in Japan in 2002. The TCG was developed by Wizards of the Coast. They are also known for making Magic the Gathering cards. And as the card game grew, the anime followed in 2002. The terms of gameplay, the Duel Masters card game shares similarities with Magic the Gathering, in which it's unsurprising given the connection with Wizards of the Coast. Now, the main storyline of the Duel Masters anime revolves around Shobu Kirifuda. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Now, Shobu is a young boy who aspires to become the world's greatest Duel Masters player, just like his father was before he went missing. Now, Shobu has a special talent for the card game, which goes just beyond strategy. He can bring the creatures from his cards to life in another dimension called Kaijudo. With his friends by his side, Shobu enters various tournaments and battles seeking to unlock the deeper mysteries of Duel Masters and Kaijudo. Now, he's not the only one in this anime that has this special talent. There are several duelists that he does meet that do possess this type of ability. And this helps create epic battles throughout the anime. Now, alongside Shobu, there are many key characters that help this anime stand out. There is Kokujo, Shobu's main rival and a skilled duelist with a more intense demeanor. Mimi Tasogari, one of Shobu's friends who is a both strong duelist and a comic relief character. And then Rakuta Kadoko, another close friend of Shobu who helps with research and support. With many amazing characters, this anime flourishes in comedic relief and epic duels. Now, the creatures in Duel Masters don't just come from anywhere. They all come from different civilizations, each with its unique abilities and themes. The Fire Civilization are aggressive and powerful creatures specializing in quick and destructive attacks. There's the Water Civilization, focused on strategy, using cards that allow more manipulation and control. The Darkness Civilization, known for destructive abilities and sacrificing creatures to gain advantages. The Nature Civilization focuses on growth and massive creatures. The Light Civilization deals with defense, healing, and support. Now, the first episode of Duel Masters aired in Japan on October 21st, 2002, and then aired in North America on March 13th, 2004, and then ended on December 22, 2003, and September 4th, 2004 in North America. Now, the dubbed version of Duel Masters that did air in North America was produced by Hasbro, who owns Wizard of the Coast, and they oversaw much of the international release of this anime. Now, sadly, this did not help production of Duel Masters in North America, as it pushed its edits to the extreme to make a gag dub and practically making a new show entirely. Now, after the first season of Duel Masters finished, they did not begin dubbing the second season called Duel Masters Charge right away, but instead they ended up producing Duel Masters Sacred Lands. And some hardcore fans didn't understand if this were Season 2 or Season 1.5. It was believed to be commissioned by Hasbro specifically for the Western audience and was animated by Studio Habari, who made Season 1 and Charge. It ran in the US from March 26, 2005 and ended on June 17, 2006. Now, reading about this anime and making this video is such a mess. Now, going into Season 2, Duel Masters Charge lost most of its English dubbed episodes, and to this day they are still extremely hard to find. Duel Masters Charge dubbed referred to both as Season 2 and 3. It was a very confusing time for any North American fans. It aired on Toonami beginning on February 4th, 2006. Now, out of the 52 episodes of the original series, only 13 were known to be dubbed. Many of these episodes are only partially found, and according to some Reddit threads posted in 2021, they may not have actually aired. The only legal streaming service to currently have Duel Masters is Tubi, and funny enough, they didn't even include Duel Masters Charge at all, ending the series with the final episode of Sacred Lands. Now, for many dedicated Duel Masters dub fans, it's been a very long and challenging process trying to watch all the episodes in order. As for the remaining 39 episodes of Charge, it is currently unknown if they were ever dubbed. Now, the show at least had a strong emphasis on comedy, often breaking the fourth wall, which set it apart from other card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Cardfight Vanguard. The show mixed absurd humor with intense duels, giving it a unique tone that resonated with younger audiences. Now, sometimes the English dub did take it to another comedic level, often bordering the lines of being just a regular parody, adding gags and references that weren't presented in the original Japanese version.
Yesterday was just a fluke. I'm prepared today, and I'm ready to beat you. So what do you say?
What do I say? I missed a hair appointment because of you, and you don't just reschedule with Mr. Donnie. Face it, you lost.
Well, that was a nice try. Gotta go now. Poor Shilbu.
Did you just cluck at me?
Yep, like a chicken.
You think I'm afraid of you?
No, I don't. But you might be afraid of my deck.
Oh, you've got some new cards, huh?
Let's just say a lot has changed since yesterday.
Then bring it on. These boots aren't practical, but they make me look so cool.
Oh no, not this again. Come on, duel already.
Now, I do have a feeling because Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, and even Magic the Gathering was so big in the card game scene in the early 2000s that Duel Masters didn't really have a chance to shine. The English version of the card game was discontinued in 2006, though it continued to be popular in Japan, evolving into new versions and spin-offs. Although Duel Masters never reached the massive global popularity as its predecessors, it maintained a loyal fanbase. In Japan, the franchise continued to evolve with new manga, anime adaptations, and card game expansions. One of the major spin-offs was Kaijudo, a reimagined version of the Duel Masters universe produced in the US in 2012. Now, I'm an early 2000s kid, and I was around every single TCG game that was massive around that time. And I do remember Duel Masters. I actually have a couple of cards that I don't know how I collected over the years. I never actually played the card game because I was too busy playing Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Digimon, all those games that were big. But now that I look back on it, I feel like Duel Masters could have been a lot better if it wasn't for studio interference. The game and cards look very interesting. I would love to have seen more. Now, when doing research for this video, I've realized there is still a massive fan base and core collectors for this game. Many people still play online and have many tournaments within Discords or through online events. It's really cool to see how people can still keep something so alive after so many years. Now, like every TCG game, anime, genre, show, like I mentioned before, Digimon, Pokemon, and even Yu-Gi-Oh! Have all had its ups and downs. But sadly, Duel Masters did not reach its peak here in North America due to studio interference and low sales. Though its uniqueness of its comedic elements, strategic depths, and its impact on the card market did hold itself in history. The rise and fall of this game in North America is its story in itself. If any of you have ever found those lost episodes that I've talked about, please let me know in the comments down below and where I can find them. Now, I wasn't really into the show nor the card game when I was a kid. I did have some of the cards, I don't know how I even got them. But I remember them being really cool and still... No, I actually found them not too long ago, and looking at them, they weren't ugly looking cards. It did resemble a lot of Magic the Gathering. But again, I was very into Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon at that time. Let me know in the comments down below, have you ever played the card game? Have you ever collected these cards before? I'm very, very interested. And have you ever watched the anime? Because that is why we're here to talk about the forgotten and lost show that is Duel Masters. Now let me know your thoughts on Duel Masters anime. Did you ever watch it when you were younger, or have you been watching it now recently? Or after this video, are you going to check it out? I'm very interested to know. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Blast from the Past TV, and I hope to catch you in the next one.